Most athletes want to run faster, but they're just wasting years because they don't know the training categories that actually matter. My name is Lawrence Ella Johnson. I'm a professional sprinter, multiple-time All-American, and a former dual sport D1 athlete in track and football. And this year I placed 9th at the US Championships and ran my first wind-aided sub 10. And here's the proof behind what I teach. Every athlete who trained with me on a one-to-one basis for at least 6 months has set a new personal record either on the track in at least one of their events or one of our speed testing metrics, because the results don't lie. So in this video, I'm going to take you through the 6 categories of training that every sprinter needs. You're throwing away your chances of getting elite speed if you're doing this. So listen, speed starts with strength. And if you can't put your force into the ground, you will never accelerate and you will always hit a plateau, period. Now, I'm not going to say be a power lifter. What I am saying is that you need to build a foundation. So think about it as pouring concrete before you build a skyscraper. So here are my go-to lists for sprinters. First is your deadlifts. This teaches you how to apply force through the ground and hit calves, also your hamstrings. Next are your squats. This hit the quads, help you change posture and load the system differently. Then we have split squats. These are huge for acceleration angles. Also, we have RDLs. This helps your posterior chain, your hamstrings, your back squats. It's pretty much your sprint insurance. So let me give you an example of my own training. Back in college, I was squatting heavy every week, but my 100-meter times weren't moving because the strength wasn't transferring. It wasn't until I added some split squat variations and doing other things that my coaches and mentors helped me to put my shins in better positions that help mimic accelerations. And then I saw my sprint times drop. So here's the takeaway. Strength is your foundation, but the right strength work, your squats, your deadlifts, your split squats, your RDLs, make it closer to sprint specific. So do the 3 to 5 sets, 3 to 6 reps, heavy. Keep it clean because this isn't about bodybuilding. This is about sprinting. Strength without power is like having a Ferrari engine but no gas pedal. Once you've built that raw strength, you've got to learn to use it fast. And that's where power comes in. So think about it. Sprinting isn't a slow grind, it's explosive. So every step is a burst of triple extension. So you're training to teach your body how to move weight at speed. And here's how you progress it. Start simple. Do your medicine ball throws. Toss it forward, toss it overhead, toss it rotationally. Then move into barbell work. These can be your clean pulls, your hang cleans and snatches. And then you want to add velocity. So these are your jump squats, your snatch grip high pulls. So I had a teammate who once swapped out his heavy squat work for jump squats and med ball throws. And during that 4-week block, he PR'd in the 60. Why? Because he learned to apply force at a high velocity, not just grind slowly. So here's the takeaways. True power is the bridge between strength and speed, so you don't want to skip it. The muscles that win races are the same muscles that tear if you ignore them. So let's be real. Every sprinter knows someone who pulled a hamstring. Maybe that someone is you. So I've been there and I've had those setbacks, and I learned this the hard way. If you don't build special strength, the track will expose you. So special strength, this targets muscles that matters most. Your hamstrings, you need to do Nordics. You need to do single leg back extensions. For your hip flexors, you need to do hanging raises. You need to do resistant A marches. For your calves, do your seated calf raises, your A switch drills. And here's a pro tip. Different hamstring heads get hit different on the phase you're weak in. Your bicep femoris is really important in your early acceleration. So you've got to train all heads of your hamstrings. And this is where recovery becomes a pillar. I use Normatex BFR cuffs, smart supplementation to help keep my hamstrings and hips from adapting and not just breaking down. So here's the takeaway. Special strength is your performance and durability. You can't skip it. Lifting makes you strong, but plyos make you dangerous. If strength is the foundation and power is the bridge, plyometrics is the transfer. And this is where all that weight room work turns into a snap on a track. But here's the mistake I see. The athletes jump straight into crazy depth jumps, right? Without earning it. You've got to progress. So here's my ladder that I use. You want to do stiff leg hops. This helps you build basic stiffness. Then go on to box jumps. Add height and force. Then do your single leg bounds. This is really close to sprint specific transfer. Then you got your depth jumps. This is advanced, but it's huge in terms of elastic demand. So when I broke the 200 meter school record, it wasn't because I suddenly got stronger in the squat. It was because my plyos progression finally clicked. And when my coach had me doing these plyos, my 200 meter time just took off, right? That elastic recoil at the end of those races made it feel easy. So here's the takeaways. Plyos teach your tendons and nervous system to be elastic. You can progress them, but you don't want to chase fatigue on these. You need to chase quality. Want to fix your acceleration? Stop guessing and grab a sled. This might be my favorite category. Why? Because sleds are the most sprint-specific strength that you can do. They overlook the exact positions that you hit in acceleration. So here's how you progress it. You can do heavy marches. This helps you focus on posture and force. Resisted accelerations. This helps build rhythm and drive. Flying sprints with a sled. This helps you blend speed and resistance. So think of a sled as weight training for sprinting. Instead of a barbell on your back, you got force pulling against you in the same direction you need to sprint. Because load also matters too here, right? So 50 to 80% of your body weight for strength, and then 20 to 40% of your body weight for speed. Here's the takeaway. If you're serious about acceleration, sleds aren't optional. They are essential. The number one exercise to run faster is sprinting itself. But here's why most athletes get it wrong. Here's the truth. All the lifting, all the plyos, all the sleds, they only matter if they make you faster on the track. Because sprinting itself is the ultimate teacher. But most athletes mess it up. They sprint under fatigue, they sprint sloppy, or they don't rest enough. So here's the formula. Short accelerations 30 to 40 meters. Then build into max velocity around 60 meters. And extended sprints for endurance, that's around 120 meters. And here's the mental pillar, right? Every rep has to be max focus. Sprinting at max intensities is a skill. It's not physical, it's also mental precision. So here's a good takeaway here too. Sprinting itself is king, and respect the rest. Because respect the intensity that comes from sprinting and treat each rep like it's the Olympics. So if you want to stop guessing and finally take that speed to where you know you can, here's how you can structure it step by step. Let's wrap this up. You got 6 categories. You got strength, power, special strength, plyometrics, sleds, and sprinting. Layered properly, this is how you build a complete sprinter. And when you combine it with the pillars of speed from nutrition, recovery, movement mastery, and mental, you're not just running faster, you're bulletproofing your career. So if you want to put all this together in your own training, you can join my free sprint community. That's why I break this down step by step, and you'll get the exact blueprint that I use with my athletes in my one-on-one group. You can join that by hitting the first link in the description of this video, or you can click this video and watch a free 3-week training plan built on the pillars of speed. Or if you want to work with me on a one-on-one basis, you can click the second link in the description of this video, where you can book a call with me and we'll see what the lowest hanging fruit is for you and see if you're a good fit for my one-on-one training group. I'll see you in the next video.